Once upon a time...
Should I have a photo with Hitler?
Ballsy, he just went...
It's the first time I was ever kicked in the chest.
Emotions are going to erupt. Right, Sarah, let it all out. What's your worst story? Come on.
So, I've been with my husband for 15 years. We wanted to go to the planetarium in London. We thought it would be romantic to look up at the stars.
Yeah.
But you have to... They make you go through Madame Tussauds. You can't just go to the planetarium and look at all the bunny stars. You have to go through all the waxworks and you have to go through the zigzag queue and it takes ages. And then we walked into the world leaders room.
Right.
And oddly, in that room, there was a waxwork of Hitler. And my husband said, for a laugh, should I have a photo with Hitler, just for a laugh? And I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I had an old, crappy flip phone.
Yeah.
And I stood in front of him and he had his arm around Hitler. And I took a photo and he said, are we done? Because it was uncomfortable, because it was weird. And then people started to come in the room. Because we'd been alone to that point, people started to come in the room and they started to look across at my husband with his arm around Hitler. And I just kept taking photos. And in the end, I had 9 perfect photos. And he was mortified that I'd made him stand for so long with
everyone watching?
Yeah.
9, which, of course, in German is no perfect pictures.
If only we'd been in Germany. No, not if only. Definitely not.
I'm going to be very good details.
All right, my love.
Once upon a time, there lived a horrible man. He was a wrong one. He had a sports car, like a vintage car collection, and then he would just park it outside your drive, block you in. A really nasty bugger. I'm nasty to animals. I won't go into any details, I don't upset anyone. But...
Fucked a pig.
This is the final straw. He laughed at my Peugeot 406.
Oh.
So we went on a day's fishing trip and we had quite a good haul. 78 mackerel.
Oh, nice.
A conger eel about this high off the floor.
What's a conger eel?
A conger eel is...
It goes...
Got back to the house.
Go on.
And we started drinking and cooking up the fish and chopping up the and taking the heads off and the tails off and the fins off and the guts and the entrails. And so we had this massive black bin bag of guts and entrails, and blood and head and eyes and this. And we didn't have a council food waste bin in those days. So we emptied it all through the open sunroof.
So what was the comeback?
I have no idea what happened. As we did it, I mean, halfway through the bin bag, we regretted it, to be honest. But it was too late by that point. You can't go on with half a bin bag full. I mean, that's evidence.
This reminds me, actually, it's funny, it reminds me of a story. My uncle, he's really lovely, he's a really good bloke.
Yeah.
He went to somewhere near you and to open an orphanage, and somebody put loads of fish in his car.
I mean, the one detail I kept held back was that this guy was a paedophile.
So was my uncle.
When I was a kid, my mum, you know, so she cooked a lot, West Indian background, you know, Jamaican. We love fried fish and stuff like that. And, you know, we went to the fun fair and got some little treats, you know, candy floss, goldfish.
Nice.
And my mum was downstairs and I came home and I thought to myself, I want to cook for my mum. Do you know what I mean? I want to be that kid that supports her, you know? And Ballsy, what I called him, was looking at me in the tank. He was swimming around, he was swimming a little around, looking at me, and I thought, Ballsy, you will taste nice with a little bit of Scotch bonnet and salt and pepper. So I got the frying pan, you know. I didn't realise you need oil, so I just put the frying pan on, really hot, really high. And I took Ballsy out, and Ballsy gave me a look, and I've got the same... And I picked up Ballsy and I just slammed him down in the frying pan.
You cooked a goldfish?
But the thing is, I thought, that doesn't smell right. So I added the salt and pepper, and Ballsy, he just went... So, you know, I tried to pin him down a little bit, and Ballsy's eyes rolled around the frying pan.
Judi.
I'll never forget that sound.
Same sound the cat made when you let him out the microwave, I would imagine. I watched a thing recently and it was about, like, the childhoods of serial killers and the fact that they all torture animals.
Hello, I have a profession as a social worker.
Also,
so,
it's very Norman Bates to be like, I'm doing it for Mother. Was she in a rocking chair at the time with a sort of bun on the back?
Guz, please begin.
OK, shall I set the scene for you?
Oh, please.
I'm feeling like this is maybe 1990, possibly 1991, yeah?
Love it.
Little Guz, mini Guz.
Mini Guz.
Before the beers. Still a little wanker, but I was little at the time. My mum, single mum, working hard for us, me and my sisters and that. She invested at the time in something called a VCR. It's quite a rare thing on our street. Not many people had VCRs. So my sisters, who were older than me, very proud of it. And then they retell the stories, one of my earliest memories, of me walking up to that VCR for no good reason and then pissing in the flap of the VCR.
Oh, no. I suppose it's early streaming technology, isn't it?
Come on.
Did it work after that, though?
No, there was steam coming out, like smoke coming out. The one thing I do remember is, like, obviously pissing in the flap, yeah? And it was turned on, and it's sparking.
Wow.
So one of the first memories I have of the magic that my can do, it causes sparks and electricity. I will never forget that moment because even at that young age, it's the first time I was ever kicked in the chest.
By your mum?
Yeah, by my mum. She came out of nowhere, bow! Kick in the chest. The footprint was on my chest for quite a long time. And some of you might be thinking that's harsh to kick like a 5, 6-year-old in the chest. I never pissed in that VCR again. Never, ever.
Jonny.
Tell you straight off.
Come on.
Sister had a goldfish.
Lovely.
She left for college. She begged me to look after it. Within 3 weeks of going, I sold it to a local aquarium for 80p to buy some cider.
How bad is an aquarium that one of their features is an 80p goldfish?
I'm glad you asked. It wasn't just a goldfish, it was a comet tail, which she didn't know when she'd won me at the fairground. Otherwise, I'd have only got 40p and it wouldn't have been worth me time.
80p cider, though. Good on you, Jonny.
I'm looking at that fish now and it's a bit guilt. My sister had gone to college, she was lonely, she had one thing to come back for. 3 brothers who she didn't get on with, but 1 fish. And I enjoyed telling her it was gone.
Don't go down that route, Jonny.
If you're going to do these Jerry Springer-style shows, emotions are going to erupt.
Wow.